Konnichiwa, Yoshi desu. Hi everyone, I'm Yoshi. Today I will show you how to make a tempura. The very important point to make a tempura, which is to make crispy batter. All ingredients are very simple, so you must know a few secret tips which I'm going to show you today to make tempura. I can guarantee you will make restaurant level of tempura at home today. Right, let's get started. 行きましょう! Before starting, I need to show you 3 very important points to make tempura. Number 1, remove moisture from foods. Number 2, reduce gluten form in batter. Number 3, fry foods at correct oil temperature. I'm going to use Tiger Prawn XL, which is quite expensive, so I just bought it for this video. For vegetables, I chose these vegetables which has less moisture. Especially Japanese pumpkin and Japanese sweet potato has less moisture more than normal pumpkin and sweet potato. For another ingredients, you can use squid, white fish, ova, eggplant, asparagus, shishito green pepper, but no meat. Any meat is not suitable for tempura. Let's have a look recipe for tempura sauce. 100 ml water, 50 ml mirin, 50 ml soy sauce, and half teaspoon of hondashi, which is a Japanese fish soup stock. If you don't have a mirin, you can use 2.5 tablespoons of sake or white wine, and also 1 tablespoon of sugar. Let's have a look recipe for the batter. 100 grams of all-purpose flour, 30 grams of potato starch or cornstarch, 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 300 ml of cold water. For coating flour, you can mix of 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour and also 1 tablespoon of potato starch or cornstarch. I need to explain about nikiri. Nikiri is to preparate the alcohol of mirin, which is one of the important process. Otherwise, it will give an unpleasant taste. There are 3 ways to do nikiri. The first one is setting fire on boiling mirin and wait until the fire goes out, which I'm going to show you today, or boiling mirin for 2 minutes, or warming mirin in microwave for 1 minute without cling wrap. Right, let's do nikiri. So with medium heat, put mirin in, make sure to boil it, then set the fire. Wait until the fire goes out, add water and soy sauce. Once boiled, put dashi in, then turn off the heat. Check the flavor, then it's very good. Preparation for prawn, take the head off, then leave the last tail segment and peel the shell. To take black string, divide by making a shallow slit down the middle of back of prawn, then take the string out. Tempura prawn must be straightened. Prawn usually shrink when cooked, so you need to cut the belly side and push down from the back side by finger until you can hear creaking noise. Last things to do, cut off the tip of the prawn tail to avoid splashing the water in the hot oil. Then remove the moisture from the tail. Beans, just to cut the edge. I use frozen lotus root and remove the moisture. Now I will show you how to curve shiitake curving decoration. Just to cut like this, one by one. That's it. Take the moisture off after wash for Japanese sweet potato and cut about 5 mil. And make sure to cut the same thickness. For daikon, peel the skin off and grate it. Make sure drain water from daikon, just like this. For ginger, the skin needs to be peeled off. Then grate it. It is my favorite tool. I bought it from Japan. That is a special rake for ginger. For coating vegetable, use mix of flour and potato starch. Please coat thinly. The reason why you need to coat it because butter stays food well. The prawn doesn't need to be coated. To make batter, make sure to spread the flour and warming up in microwave with 2 minutes. Reason why heat up flour, the flour will be oxidized. Gluten is less likely to form when mixing with water, so you can make crispy tempura. Wait the flour is cooled down, then put it into the small bowl. Add potato starch, then mix well. Add cold water in large bowl and add mayonnaise. Then mix as well. Why mayonnaise instead of egg? Usually the egg should be used for butter, but it is secret tip to use mayonnaise. The reason why I use mayonnaise is that it helps to decrease making gluten form and evaporate the moisture to make crispy butter. The flour and starch add into the large bowl which had water and mayonnaise. This is a very important point. Do not stir. Just sink the flour into the water from above. It is absolutely okay to be lumpy. Before frying tempura, I will explain how to check the oil temperature by butter. Only you need to do drop the butter into the heating oil. Then you will check how quickly the butter will be floating up to the surface of oil. If the butter stays at the bottom of oil for 1 or 2 seconds, then floating up, it's 150 degrees. If it doesn't stay at the bottom of the oil, then floating up, it is 170 degrees. If it is floating up at the 1/3 of the oil, it is 180 degrees. If it doesn't sink at all, it is 200 degrees. If you cook low temperature, the butter won't be crispy. If you cook high temperature, the butter will be burned before the food is cooked. Okay, let's fry tempura. I cook vegetable first because it is frying at 160 to 170 degrees. Coat vegetable in butter, then put them into the oil, which is very simple. After 1 minute, you can then turn over, but you only can turn over once. During the cooking, please check the oil temperature. As I told you before, it is quite important to fry right temperature of the oil. Please get rid of extra butter because the butter makes oil dirty, so it is better taking out. You can take them out when the bubble gets smaller. Do you know when the best timing to take food out? It is a standard cooking time. Prawns 2 to 3 minutes, depending on the size. Sweet potato 3 minutes, pumpkin 2 minutes, shiitake 1 minute, and beans 1 minute. So it is very quickly to fry tempura, isn't it? Let's fry rest of vegetable. I'm sorry this part of the video will be longer, but I just want to show you whole frying process for rest of the vegetable in fast forward. Please be patient. For equipment, I use the kitchen paper to keep tempura, but please use stainless tray or stainless strainer if you have. Alright, finally I cook prawn with 180 degrees. I told you before the prawn doesn't need to be coated by flour because it is sticky already, so the butter will stay on well. This ginger and radish, you need to put it into the sauce. Some people didn't touch it, but it tastes great. Tempuras are all crispy, so I just gonna eat my favorite prawn head. Very crispy. Most important things for tempura is crispy butter. So, which is exactly what I made. Usually eating tempura with tempura sauce, but you can use with salt, which is really nice too. Don't put too much salt on it, just a little bit. Completely different flavor, of course, but both really nice. You should try it. Ordinary tempura butter is lightly applied just like today. Also, it is flour. The content of protein differ depending on the country. Australia has 9 to 9.5%, America has 11 to 12, and France has 11 to 14% content. So even use same recipe may change the result, so please adjust the amount of ingredient. As for sauce, here are very useful rules. It is 4-1-1. 4 is dashi, 1 is mirin, another 1 is soy sauce. This ratio can be used for katsudon and gyudon as well. I saw a lot of people in the restaurant leaving daikon radish without eating it. Do you know why radish is served? Radish contains vitamin C, which helps neutralize hot oil and prevent heartburn. So it is same as fish and chips with lemon and karaage with lemon. I hope this video helps to make crispy tempura at home. Thank you for watching. See you at next video. ありがとうございました。Thank you.